Good morning. It's violently cold. It's a good description. I think it's like 18 or 19 with the wind chill. It's 12. It's so cold. It sucks. Took my car to Firestone yesterday. You can consider it good news or bad news. I don't really know how to consider it, to be honest. So the engine has some oil leaks, which I think maybe someone told me before, but I don't really remember. It's just got a couple of oil leaks. Not a huge deal. Um, One of them was on the gasket that they changed when they changed the oil, so that was fine. But they wanted like $2,500 to fix a bunch of stuff, and although I had the $2,500, like that's a lot. So in the end, there was like this program that he wanted to sign me up for. He's like, yeah, you get like a free battery, but I got a battery like 2 years ago. Like, yeah, you get a free battery, free wiper blades, and free oil changes. Not free, you pay $64 a month. And it was just kind of like a subscription service for 12 months that I think would work out, especially if I did all the things that, you were able to have. Like if I got like a new, like not new, but a new to me Toyota Sequoia, and I was like, all right, dude, well, I want to do the brakes. The brakes would be 50% off. Basically, it's like a scam thing in a way, a membership program. So I was trying super hard to dodge that because you got to be careful. Like I got to be careful about signing up for things, man. Like when you're mentally ill or you're not well educated, like you got to be real careful with what you let people sign you up for or what you do. Like you gotta watch yourself. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, if I give you $680 today, I minus $680, but then it's like, well, if I give you $680 today, but then it's also $64 a month for 12 months, that's like almost $800, you know. So I didn't sign up for it. I kind of got FOMO about it after I said no. I got FOMO about it, and I wish I had signed up for it because it would have cost me 8 today, and then it would have cost me like 8 the next time. They said my belts were fine. They said my transmission has like a small leak, but apparently the fluid's exactly where it needs to be. So I put it perfectly where it needed to be 3 weeks ago, and then I left it. Either that, or I maybe had it a little high and it burned off some of it. The fluid, I guess, is really just dark and black, and it's not very good. So they wanted to flush it, but they couldn't get the gasket to do it. So I'm like, so like I'd pay you for something that I'd have to come back for like in a couple weeks. Like, okay, no, I'm cool on that. So I didn't get that. So all we got was the oil change and the front brakes. The front brakes were at 0. He's like, do you notice anything with the brakes? I'm like, nah, man, I drive like an old man. I'm so easy on everything. And he's like, I was like, yeah, it just feels like the front right's maybe not like really braking that well. And he's like, yeah, well, your front brakes are 0. I'm like, okay, makes sense. So we did the front brakes. It was $500, which to be honest was like $200 more than I thought it was gonna be to do a set of brakes, and that was with the $30 off thing per axle. It wasn't my favorite thing. I hate going to a mechanic shop, or I hate going anywhere where a salesman is about to start pitching you things. I hate it, man. It's just because it's just like I don't know. I don't know. Is it wrong to take advantage of stupid people? Yeah, it is. But it's kind of just part of our society. So, I don't know. Yeah. I ran into a thrift store this morning. There were a bunch of Carhartt and Duluth, like beanies. They're like $2 a piece. I was just like, I don't need it, so I didn't get it. It wasn't anything. I don't know. I mean, the one Carhartt thing was kind of nice. It was a new orange Carhartt beanie, but I just don't need it. It's like I have so many things. It wasn't something that I'm not gonna see. Like I'll probably see 20 of them this year. Like I literally just went in there and seen 5 different colorways of the beanie for Carhartt. So. And I was like, no, I'm cool. I'm back in town, ready to work, I guess. Technically, we only work, I think, is it 3 or 4 days this week? I don't remember. It might be 4 days this week. Either way, I'm here until I'm done, and then I'll go pick up my phone. Well, crap, dude. I might have to go do that on Wednesday. I don't know. I guess I missed out my days a little bit. I thought I was only working 3 days, and now I'm starting to think that I'm actually working 4 days. And I think they only hold your Amazon stuff for 3 days. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to town to get it. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm cold. So cold. I've ran the car, not like overnight or anything, but like when I'm getting up in the morning, like I'm running the car for like 20, 30 minutes. Like it's so cold. Probably even take the bags off. I gotta run the car. My one bag, my outer bag, because it keeps, making contact with the floorboard and it's been snowing and rainy or whatever crap. It's all wet and gross on the bottom. So I'm just kind of trying to dry it off on the vents. That's why you're kind of sitting up here with it, sitting on top of it. I mostly just came to the thrift store this morning to see what not to look at tomorrow when I get here, because that's usually the day. And then I guess Thursday is technically the day for the other town, so I might go Wednesday night, wake up Thursday morning in that town, grab my phone case, work one more day, and then come straight. It's a lot of just backtracking, man. I do so much driving in circles. I wanted to go to my storage locker, but I didn't really think I had enough time. I didn't really want to rush myself. I got out of there earlier than I thought I would yesterday. It was like noon or 1 o'clock, because I didn't have as much done as I thought I was going to have done. They said I probably didn't really need to tune up. My belts didn't look great. They would recommend that you replace them, but they looked okay. They weren't like coming off in pieces or anything. So yeah, I might go back after the winter if I'm still, alive and the car still runs and drives. I'll probably go back after the winter and redo the rear brakes, because they're threes. I'll have the rear brakes done, and I'll probably sign up for that program. Or if I swap out into an SUV, then I would probably just sign up for that program, because I'd just be like, I want batteries. I probably want to do the brakes. I probably want to do a lot of stuff to the car. If I got a new car, I'd probably just. That's the other thing too. Is like if I got another car, I'd probably just drop like a stack into that car, because I'd have to get it checked out. I'd have to see, yeah. I don't know. I'm just cold, tired. I'm running across the street here to the Goodwill in a little bit. I ate breakfast. I ate pretty good yesterday. I got chips. I had some cookies. I didn't really want to eat because my tooth is kind of messed up, and realistically, I've been eating the same food for so long, it just kind of sucks. I'm not even motivated to eat. It doesn't taste good. I don't even care. That's another thing that's kind of aiding in me losing weight. Is nothing I can eat is good, or do I really even want? It's more just like if you don't eat, you'll get nauseous and you'll get real bad headaches. Or if I'm working real hard and I'm sweating all the time, I don't need a repeat. I know what happens. I will eventually puke. I will eventually just start puking or pass out. I haven't passed out at work before. That's not something that's happened. I'm sorry. Like I said, the sleeping bag is kind of sprawled across the front of the car, so if I move my leg, it kind of moves you up on the dash. But yeah, I don't know. I'm cold. I'm tired. I'm just ready to start grinding overtime, I guess, as much as humanly possible. I'm not really gonna. Well, I've learned that there's no point in transferring my money on a Friday, because it's just in the air still. I haven't checked it. It should be there now, but I'm not going to transfer money on Friday anymore, because it's just like having $600 in the ether over the weekend. Not that it mattered. I didn't actually need that money. So I'm going to put that $600 into my bank account, and then I'll have I'll have $3,500 in my savings account, and then like another 800 or 1,000 in my checking. This week's check will be a full week check, and then the next week's check will be like a 3-day or a 4-day check. I don't really need anything. Like, I might buy more Soxers and box in a couple weeks. Other than that, I don't really think I'm gonna buy anything. unless I see crazy things at the thrift store that I can't find anywhere else. You know what I mean? And I don't really plan on going out of my way to hit thrift stores anymore. Yeah, the only time I even go anymore is if I gotta go somewhere. Like I had to go to Medina, so I kind of just did the route around Medina. You know, to different spots around the area because I had to head that way from south. So yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's two more, and one of them's really good, and they're only 15 minutes away. But I never go there for the most part. Like, I think I went twice or something in the last 2 months. Oh yeah, I'm trying to avoid going places as much as possible. Try and hold on to my money. I'm hungry as you can possibly hear. Yeah. I don't know, the people at the Firestone were respectful, I guess. I did kind of have to, like, awkwardly in a room full of people say that I was, like, homeless and living in my car and everything. In, like, a big room full of people. And, again, the worst part about it is, like, all these people are over 40 or 50. Yeah. And they all had a house. Oh, yeah. They all pulled up in nice cars. So they all had a house, and they were probably just, like, I don't know. I'm sure, I know I get judged all the time. It's just, it's a thing. It sucked. Like everyone's there, like just to service their car, or do whatever, and I'm like there, just like trying to get the bare minimum that I can get to survive for another 6 months. I didn't like beg or, I don't make it weird, but I'm just like, yeah, I live in my car and whatever. I could light details as to that because I don't want people to understand my mindset. Like when I'm like, I don't know. And then the guy there, I was like, he's like, oh, dude, COVID pricing, this is like a $5,000 car. I'm like, it's like $1,500 on an extremely good day. Like, even though I just put $700 into it, it's still probably $1,500 on a good day. So, like, yeah. He was an amazing salesman. Like, he was an amazing salesman. Like, his mother-in-law or something was there, and he sold her some stuff. Like, he sold her she was on the package and everything else. And, yeah, like, legit, like, his mother-in-law or someone through his family, like, yeah. And then also, he kind of let it slip because they speak Japanese, okay? They spoke it while I was there. There's no reason for you not to speak it if you're going to talk about some stuff. He's like, yeah, I use the gas sometimes. So, because I guess he spends $500 in gas a week. Don't ask me. Don't know. Don't want to know. Yeah. But I guess he uses their gas sometimes. You know, free gas is better than money out your pocket. So, yeah. You kind of let that slip into English, and I'm like, yo, y'all both speak Japanese. I've heard you both speak Japanese. Okay. I let it go. There's no really, What's the point in blackmailing? What do I get out of it? Would I have gotten anything out of it? Probably not. You never know, man. You never know until you blackmail. I don't know, I talked to Andrew, I guess. I texted him. I didn't make it about, like, hey, where's my money? You deadbeat. Even though, yeah, part of me feels like that. The thing is, too, is, like, when I asked for the money, I think I'd asked for the money a couple of times, but the last time I asked for the money, it was, like, 2 months after the COVID checks hit. And, I don't know, I got, like, 3Gs or 4Gs. Like, when I was working at Goodwill. I didn't file for the COVID relief at all until, like, right before the end of the year. So all my stuff was stacked on top of each other. Like, I was like, hey, can I get, like, the $300 or whatever? And I fell on dead ears. He wouldn't even text me back. Or I think I told him I was going to be in town, and then I asked him for the money. He's like, no. So I really wonder. I wonder if he's, like, on drugs or what he's doing or what. I'm curious. Because, dude, he's been making at least $13 an hour, like as long as I've known him almost, and since 2019, like he was making $13, $14, $15 an hour then, and he just paid off his like '02 Mustang convertible GT. I think he paid like 6-7 G's for it, but like he's had the car note for like 2 years, 3 years. Like, what do you mean? That's I don't know. I didn't really get into it too much. He was like, oh man, I'd love to hang out and everything, and I was like, yeah, when I was down there like a year ago and I asked for my money, like, and it, you didn't say anything to me, I asked him about his dad. We'll see see if his dad's okay. I liked his dad. His dad hated me for a long time, but then he learned to like me because he figured out that I wasn't, a complete a-hole. He's like, oh, you're the reasonable one. Like, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I was gonna stop in and see his dad and be like, hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? How you doing? Because his dad was nice to me in the last few years that I knew him. Yeah. His dad, they gave me a jacket when I was like freezing cold one year in my car, and then he loaned me like $100, so I could get along to one of my paychecks, and then I paid him back right away. I'm the type of person that, like, you give me money or something, like, it's already in your pocket, like, pretty much as soon as I can get it, because I don't like having money. I don't like having things over my head that I owe someone. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. Yeah. And yeah, I'm always very timely about paying things back. Like, you can't expect people to pay you back or to have the same sentiment as you if you're like a deadbeat as well. So I always pay things back as quick as I can get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty much a man of my word. It's very rare that I'll break my word or whatever. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, it's almost set in stone. That's probably what I'm gonna do, unless it's like a tangent because I'm angry or something stupid. You know what I mean? Because I just run my mouth sometimes. But if I say something with earnest to it, I guess like I mean it. So yeah, if I'm ever like I needed to borrow money off someone, like, yeah, I got you, I'll pay you back. Like, and that's exactly what I do. I pay people back as quick as I can. It just makes me uncomfortable to owe something. Like, I say I kind of would like to owe on a house. Like, I kind of like to owe like 20 or 30 G's on like a $40,000 house. Cause then like that kind of keeps me grounded. It's like you can go as crazy as you want. You can do any stupid thing you want. You can quit working completely, but not until you pay this note off. Not until you pay this note off. Like, and I would take it serious and I would grind. Still, part of me wishes I could get that that thing. I think I'm gonna go to a key bank. I'm gonna go to a bank at some point and just see if I can get a credit card, or just see what I gotta do to get a credit card. And then I'm also going to. I think I'm gonna try and stop by or try and figure out how I can get my tax stuff for the hotel I was working at earlier this year, the La Quinta. So I can file taxes this year because my tax bracket. I should get money back because I've worked so many sporadic jobs that I think I've made under 21,000 hours this year. I should have. It's literally been like 6 months of not working this year. So the idea that I made more than $20,000 this year would be ridiculous to me. I don't think it will, but we'll see. I gotta get to that because I've now worked 3 jobs this year, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, I'm around across the street, see if Goodwill has anything. I'm kind of freezing to death, but this just kind of focused me up and made me ignore the cold, even just for a few minutes. That was nice. Yeah, I think next week, because it's gonna snow and stuff, I'm gonna be like camping out near the Walmart, and then I'll probably swap out to the rest area because I don't even know if gas stations will be open on Christmas. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just wait and see. But I'll do my best to stay safe. It's gonna be like single digits, so that sucks. That's not good. I'll probably be in the sleeping bag. Probably be in 2 sleeping bags, and I'll probably run the car off and on. One, so that it doesn't freeze over and not start, and 2, just so I don't freeze to death. So I'll probably just be running it sporadically for 20 or 30 minutes at a time. Like, I used to not worry about it. I used to run the car for like I would sometimes fall asleep with the car on, like 10 hours, 12 hours. Just wake up like, oh, dang it. Turn the car off. I only made like $9 an hour. Even though gas was only like $2, it still hurt. It was still painful. It wasn't like okay. Yeah. So I don't know. The car's always been super just reliable and dependable. I just worry as time goes on, I don't know, I won't. It's already kind of droned on. Hope everyone has a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My car's apparently not going to blow up. I gotta kind of monitor the fluids and just keep my eye on it. And it needs a bunch of things that maybe I'll get done after the winter as long as we're still around. But yeah, see you guys. Have a good day.